Well, quite an exploding episode, is it not? Good to see everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're ready for an episode of Impact Wrestling. This seems like it could be a nice and sweet episode. Bojets, my brother King Tones, guys, good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. But yes, we're watching Impact Wrestling tonight. And, you know, people say all the time that Impact Wrestling, this promotion, it's gonna run out of business. People say Impact Wrestling, it's not gonna last too long. You know, their days are numbered. But I'll tell you what, Impact Wrestling, I can say, it's lasted years more than the recent UK Prime Minister, that's for sure. Impact Wrestling is definitely outnumbered and outshined and has done a better job than Liz Truss did, that's for sure. So, Impact's been doing great. Good to see you, King Tones. Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Welcome. Ad one. I'm sorry about the ad. Alright. Okay, let's see. Or it seems like Ace Austin is injured and he's laid out in the back, in the parking lot. It's Tommy Dreamer in the Bullet Club right now checking on Ace Austin. Seems like he's out of it. He's out in the parking lot. Let's see how this goes down. True, my brother, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys had a nice detox from wrestling yesterday. Yesterday was one of those very rare days, a weekday, where we don't get wrestling in a day. It was a very rare occasion last night. I hope that you all had a nice detox and you enjoyed your time and got some sleep yesterday, because it was one of those very rare days, weekdays, without wrestling. It's quite interesting. Alright, with that being said, we're just getting into the show. Tonight's Impact Wrestling definitely seems very, very stacked. They've got a lot of stuff planned for the show. One thing that is evident, and we know about this already, is the fact that Impact Wrestling is not happy. One of the referees of Impact Wrestling actually stated in a recent interview that they're not happy with the fact that AEW actually had the debut of The Kingdom even before they could finish airing all of their, appearances or tapings on Impact. The referee said that it would have been great if AEW or The Kingdom would have been a little considerate and would have thought about Impact Wrestling and would have signed with them or maybe appeared for them on TV after Impact had done airing all of their tapings. But of course, The Kingdom did not wait. And interestingly, I don't know if it's a result of that or what the result is, if it's related at all. But tonight, The Kingdom is of course booked against Heath and Rhino, and you can see these guys were being referred as Honor No More for the longest time, but now they're being called as the Kingdom, which is quite interesting. I wonder if this has anything to do with AEW and their move there, and Impact Wrestling decided to get some clout from AEW and the stuff that they're doing right there right now. Not sure, but they're now being called as the Kingdom and not Honor No More. Once again, we already know it. Their days on Impact Wrestling are numbered. The tapings are numbered. I'm not sure if this is the last taping, but of course, The Kingdom is now part of AEW, and Impact Wrestling is not too happy because, they broke the fourth wall. They appeared on the show before Impact would finish airing all of their tapings on TV. So that's that. My brother Timothy, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Chris. King Tones, Money Badger, Jeff, good to see everybody. I love that. I hope you're all doing well. Watch Husker Volleyball. Are you watching volleyball? That's nice, okay. That's good, Bojets. The Kingdom was always their tag name, but in Impact Wrestling, they were being called, Honor No More, collectively as a group. They were being called Honor No More, so now they're being referred to as Kingdom once again. I don't know if in this recent run of theirs, in this current run of theirs, they were referred to as anything but Honor No More when they were working as a tag team. So the Kingdom definitely, it strikes out to me as a change. And good to see you, Chris. Welcome. Alright, we're going to be kicking things off here with a pretty interesting matchup. Yeah. This should be good. So what I thought was going to be the main event of the night, they're actually kicking things off with this match. It's a pretty interesting match. We got Bully Ray, we got Tommy Dreamer versus the Bullet Club. I was expecting this match to be possibly the main event, but now they're giving this match to us right away. This is the match that is kicking off the show, which means that the show is going to be a good one. If the start is so good, I can only imagine how it only gets better with time. That's right, look at that. Right now it seems like the Bullet Club's got the upper hand. Yeah, Tommy Dreamer in trouble. Look at nice. And good to see once again Chris. AJ won his cricket. So we're going to be doing cricket today. You know, there's going to be a gaming stream for cricket. As well, there's going to be a live score stream for cricket. The watch along for cricket, you know, when I'll be sitting and talking and doing the commentary like we do for wrestling, that's going to happen tomorrow. But today it's going to be live scores and it's going to be, gaming. So cricket is a different kind of market. I understand that, their demand is a little different. So trying to, experiment accordingly. The World Cup, the official World Cup is going to be starting on 22nd. So the watch-alongs will start from 22nd. That's right, brother. And good to see everybody. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I know, Chris, that's Andy, good to see you. Chris, I know that's a terrible, terrible loss. Kevin Nash has unfortunately lost his son. It's terrible. No father, no parent should ever have to see this day. And it's not been a easy year for Kevin Nash, and I can only imagine what he's going through right now. So that's tough. Kevin Nash has lost his son, and really have not got no words. No words are enough, really. It's terrible. Yeah. And Andy, once again, good to see you. And True says Taylor Wilde versus Mia Yim. That's right, it's going to be happening tonight. Taylor Wilde is going to be fighting Mia Yim. We know Frankie Kazarian will be relinquishing his title tonight, the X Division title, because he wants a shot at Josh Alexander's world title. All of that takes place tonight. The Kingdom, as we already discussed this earlier, they're taking on Heat and Rhino. Another big match that's going to be happening tonight. So lots of big matches happening. Eric Young will be in action as well, taking on Ritz Swan. So it seems like a pretty eventful Impact Wrestling. Apart from that, we've got one more interesting match, and this one is from a very interesting character that they've been teasing for quite a bit. It is Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry will be fighting Jason Hutch tonight. This could be the main event. I don't know, because of the way that they've been hyping Joe Hendry up. I wouldn't be surprised to actually make this guy main event tonight's show. Could happen. Let's see how this goes down. That's right. And as we see it right there, nice drop kick to Tommy Dreamer, and he's out. Crazy. That is crazy. Wow. And I can see, yes, guys, it's true. Kevin Nash, unfortunately, his son has passed away. Kevin Nash basically made the announcement on a recent episode of his podcast, I believe. Terribly sad. And the guy, his son was only 26 years old, a very young age as well. Very, very tragic. And if you Google this, you'll see a lot of the major mainstream news media websites talking about this right now, because it's such big news and such tragic news. Before going to bed, I saw Fox News talking about it. So this really is big news, guys. Very sadly, he's passed away at 26. And one of the thing that really breaks the fans' heart, especially the people who listen to Kevin Nash's podcast. They're heartbroken because his son actually started working for Kevin Nash's podcast just a few days or a few weeks ago, from what I believe. So he had just joined the production team for the watch along not too long ago, for the podcast, that is. So it's really sad. Yeah. Of course, he's already lost his own best friend earlier this year, and now his own son. It's been terrible for him. Let's see, what else do we have here? That's right, Tristan Nash. Indeed, Jeff. Indeed, Tristan Nash. Yeah. Goldberg has 2 months then he's finished. Well, I wouldn't mind. Again, the 2 months that you're mentioning, I had no idea that he still has 2 months on his contract, if that's a thing. If Goldberg still has 2 months left on his contract. I'm afraid, because Crown Jewel takes place very soon, so a little concerned there, brother. Definitely a little concerned when it comes to that. Hopefully that does not mean anything. That's very true. My condolences as well, brother. It's terrible. It is terrible. And as we see it right there, finally, Bully Ray's in here with the hot tag and taking out the Bullet Club just like that, going for the cover. Sweet, and the cover has been broken up. Tommy Dreamer once again gets up on his feet with an equalizer. Nice back and forth. Sometimes when I listen to Matthew Raywald, I understand he's gotten very, he's actually very comfortable with the announce table. He loves doing the, announcements, the broadcasting. But I really miss this guy sometimes as a wrestler. I wonder if he's ever going to be a serious wrestler once again, but it doesn't look like he has any plans to do so. But every time I listen to him, I can't help but think of it. Wow. That is crazy, Chris. That is crazy. I'm sorry about that. That's insane. And thank you for that, King Tones, my brother. Yeah, thank you. And Chris, wait. Bully Ray, of course, Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer with a big victory, defeating Bullet Club just like that. Big victory for Bully Ray and, of course, Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, this guy has been a menace ever since he's appeared. He's returned and bound for glory. The guy definitely has been a menace, taking the Impact Wrestling locker room by a storm here. I'm not sure why Bully Ray is doing this, if he really needs to do this, but I hope that he's getting all the happiness from this that he's looking for. And Jonathan, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my brother. That's right. And Chris, I see that you want this on Discord. I'll definitely try to get this on Discord. If anybody who is watching this right now and can get this on Discord, please let us know if it would be possible. Otherwise, yeah, definitely I will try to get the future episodes up on Discord, Chris, for sure. All right. Andy, good to see you once again. That's right. It's a cricket stream. Yeah, we're going to be doing some cricket, brother. Absolutely. The match might be over, but as we can see right here, it doesn't look like the business is quite yet over between these guys, between the veterans and, of course, the young guys. Oh, wow. Now we've got Heath Slater and Rhino in the back.
Tonight's the night.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight is the night. We made a promise to each other beginning of this year to win those Impact Tag Team titles. You hear me? And it all boils down to tonight. Honor No More has been screwing everybody left and right.
There we go.
Took you out for months, tried to take you out forever. I didn't let him forget, baby. I made their life a living hell. Week after week. You hear that?
Oh, I hear that.
You hear me?
I hear you.
Where's that man beast?
I'm right here.
Where's the man beast?
Honor No More. Week after week, months, I clawed and I scratched my way back here for revenge. To get those tag team titles. He was making your life a living hell. Well, tonight, Kingdom, I'm gonna take you straight to hell.
Alright, so they are now looking to take out the Kingdom tonight. We'll see how this goes down. And good to see everybody. Chris, my man, good to see you. Grandmaster, by God, it's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Billy Ray's been doing this tag team matches as well, and very recently teaming with Tom Latimer. That's nice, okay? Bully Ray's past will be the issue entire time he's in it. You're right, brother. Absolutely. You can't help but think of that, right? 100%. And Old Man Rhino. For some reason, this guy, Heath Slater, loves Old Man Rhino. When we did that interview for Impact Wrestling, I asked Heath Slater about if he'd like to go after the tag team titles. His response was clear as day. He said, I'd love to go for him, but not with anybody else but Rhino. Heath Slater adores the guy, and I'm glad that he's once again back with him. It feels like that is his happy place, to be side to side next to Rhino. So good for Heath Slater. Good for him. And King Tones, thanks for that, my brother. This is episode Heath Slater and Rhino becoming champions. That's right, Andy. Should be good. This should be great. 51 Bully Ray is no longer a spring. You know it, brother. Definitely not a spring chicken. And no, Chris, actually, I have some troubles getting into Discord. That's the whole issue with the whole account. So once that's fixed, I'll be able to get in there. I'll let you know, Chris. But definitely, I'll try to get these, the streams up on Discord for you guys. We used to do it earlier, but not many people watch the streams on Discord, so I thought maybe there's no demand for it. But if you guys need it, definitely I'll try to get the streams up on Discord for you, for sure. Alright, and let's see, Run DMG is here, and he says, good news AJ, Hangman has a glass jaw. Yeah, apparently Hangman had a very, big injury scare towards the end of Dynamite, but things are not as bad as people had initially feared. He's gonna be okay. Of course, he's going through a tough time, but hopefully he's gonna be just fine and quickly get back to the ring. But whatever happened, towards the end of the match was crazy. Yeah, definitely insane. Did you like the match, guys? Because I know that the stream cut off a bit too early, so we couldn't talk about it. How did you like Dynamite, on Tuesday? And also, which show did you feel was better between Dynamite and NXT? We know that overall it was AEW that won the night. Do you feel that the right promotion won that night? Or did you know that they were going to win? How did you feel about the ratings? And with AEW getting the victory, one thing that was coming out of the entire situation was that WWE was not ready to accept defeat. They were not ready to accept defeat. They were there and they wanted to win. They wanted to defeat AEW is what the plan was. That's what Dave Meltzer said. He said the company is not ready to accept defeat. They will not accept defeat at any cost. And turns out they were defeated. So how do you feel, guys? How do you feel about all of this? Let me know. Concussions are nothing to joke about. That's right. Yep. No, absolutely not. Concussions are scary. Yeah. We've seen, and there's barely any sports person who has not gone through at least one concussion. Barely any wrestler who has not gone through one. And that's why, all these wrestlers, say what you want about them. Every single time we watch these guys on WWE, AEW, NWA, they put their bodies on the line. And for that, I've got a lot of respect for all these people. Because this is no joke. What they do is absolutely no joke. Every single move that they pull off the top turnbuckle, on each other, on the table, is something I can never do. So it's crazy. Paul Heyman loved it, saying, that's right. Yeah, Paul Heyman loved the extremeness. We know all about that. Can I interview Paul? I love that, King Tones. I would love it. Maybe one day. You never know. Humberto and Garza got the names from Humberto Garza. Yes. Sadly, yeah, that happened also this past week, I believe so. It's been crazy. This year has not been the nicest to wrestling. We've lost a bit too many legends this year. It's crazy. First time I heard Heyman says "Gord," that's right. I see Grandmaster, and I love the Chucky. The Chucky segment was funny. I really want Chucky to be there and to be a regular on NXT because the Chucky thing is definitely funny. The fact that Grayson Waller just ran away from Chucky, yeah, that made me chuckle. That's for sure. Dynamite Triple H doesn't trust NXT talent on their own. You're right, true, absolutely. AJ, I won't be here tomorrow. Got a thing to do. What time Halloween Havoc Saturday? So we're gonna be here throughout the show on Saturday. From the start till the finish. So and the pre-show, if they're gonna be having a pre-show. Yeah, so we're gonna be here from the start to the finish. That's right. Yeah. That's right, King Run DMG. But one thing's for sure, Hangman Page is a tough guy. He won't stay down. He won't surrender. He won't give up. And literally, he'll do anything to give the show all that he's got. They say the show must keep going, it must keep running, and that's what Hangman did that night. So, lots of respect for him, but of course, it was dangerous. All that happened was very, very dangerous.
Please, I know it. In my heart, I need you to look me in my eyes.
You just said, I know you did not do this, but you need me to look you in the eyes and tell you that I did not lay out Ace Austin. Are you happy now?
Yes, I'm happy.
That's what you needed.
No, I didn't need anything. You don't understand. This is my first match back too, and I get roped into all this, and everyone comes after me.
Are you yelling at me? For what reason? What did I do wrong?
Yeah, these two are not getting along, guys. They are not getting along.
In front of you. You're telling me this is my first match back. This is my first match back here in 10 years. But it's all about you?
No, it's not about...
What about the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, Bully Ray? Forgot about that.
I just had to ask. It's squashed. I trust you. It's over. It's squashed.
Oh! Whoa! Moose! Moose shows up. We have Moose, we got Tommy Dreamer, we got the one and only Bully Ray in the same frame. That's crazy.
Scumbag. Always a scumbag.
Listen, relax. Straight up. Him, we've always been a dysfunctional family. You know what? I don't know how we got roped up together, but this has been for a long, long time. You have no family. You aren't accepted in the NFL locker room. You're not accepted in this locker room. You're a friggin' bastard, Moose. If you want to play your games, you want to stir it up, I've been here a long, long time. Okay? How do I know it wasn't you?
See, I'm a scumbag.
Yeah.
If it was me, you wouldn't know, because I would probably deny it too.
Oh, thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that, Run DMG. I see it now. That the Hammerstone interview actually, wow, I had no idea. I'm just looking at it right now. Okay, that is crazy. This is the craziest thing ever. I had no idea that the Hammerstone interview did as well as it did. So I'm looking at these news stories at the moment, and I can see Wrestling INC, Wrestling Headlines, what is this, Post Wrestling, Fightful.com, Essentially Sports, all these websites and news outlets talking about the interview. Thanks for that. I had no clue. I did not check it out. I had no idea that this was a thing. Thanks for that, brother on DMG. You're awesome. Thanks. I just bought a buy 1 foot long, get one free Subway. That's awesome, Bunny Badger. That's great, eh? I love Subway myself. If I would get that deal, I would take it too. That's awesome. Yeah, Chucky was married to that evil woman doll. You know, I really want Chuck. I know that Alexa Bliss already has a doll by her side, Lily, who's good for nothing. But Chucky and Liv Morgan should be a good thing. Have you seen Liv Morgan hanging around with Chucky? I mean, yeah, they look like the perfect match for sure. And here we are, Taylor Wilde now, making her way out. Yeah, love the smile, love the enthusiasm, high-fiving the fans. She looks ready. Looks ready. That's right. Subway is awesome. Hell yeah. Subway is nice as Money Badger. Love that. And let's see. Did you see my comment? What did you think about it? Oh, I see. Chris has sent a comment saying, AJ, just announced GCW hit him up. Nick Gage versus Leo Rush in a death match. Wow. Wow. Alright, so that's awesome. And that is great. So it's great that Leo Rush is back and he's wrestling again. Yeah, first of all, first thoughts here is that it's great to have Leo Rush back in wrestling, and a death match will be interesting for sure. I think you know, I can't imagine Leo Rush bleeding or, you know, getting those light tubes bursting on his head. So something ought to happen for sure. But that would be an interesting match. A death match with Leo Rush would be interesting. When is it happening, Chris? I love that. That's right, Grandmaster. Subway is great indeed. There's Mia Yim right now. It's Mia Yim versus Taylor Wilde. Mia Yim got the upper hand. Taylor Wilde moves to the corner. A rope break. She has to move back. It was a good interview. Thanks for that, my brother on DMG. Thanks for that, brother. And do I use Twitter? Well, you know, once in a blue moon I tweet. Very rarely, though. But I do have a Twitter because I have to reserve the handle Wrestling News. That's the only reason I have Twitter. But yeah, Wrestling News is on Twitter. You can definitely get me there. Of course, King Tones. India has everything. They've got Subway, they've got Domino's, Pizza Hut. India has everything. Sure. I know Grandmaster Run DMG calls death matches. He calls them. Wait a second. What does he call them? Run DMG. What do you call? Oh yes, garbage wrestling. That's what he calls them. He calls them garbage wrestling. He's always funny like that. Impact Wrestling rings always sounds painful. You're right. I mean, listen to this thing. Hey, even walking on in a ring, it sounds painful. Very loud. You know, True's comment really makes me appreciate that ring a lot more. It really is loud, and you can hear a lot from the ring. Sure. I think Cycle Matches is a very good name for death matches. Yeah. Psycho Matches is the perfect name because what you see right there is something only, somebody twisted to the head would sign up for. So, Psycho Matches, it makes a lot of sense. I like that. Yeah. The Gage match is October 29th. Crazy. Okay, thanks for that, Chris. Thank you for that. If Taylor Wilde is still a firefighter, she became a firefighter when she left wrestling. That's interesting. She's just come back now. I think that if she's come back, she's got to be retired from her firefighting business because if she was still doing that, how would she, I don't think she would have been able to make time for Impact Wrestling. So I think, just a wild guess, that she must have retired. But I'm going to find out. Let's see. Garbage Wrestling. I know, Run DMG. Garbage Wrestling it is. Inferno match. I used to love Inferno matches, Buried Alive matches. They used to be pretty cool, Mr. Kingtones. That's right. And you can find me on Twitter. It's WRASSLINEWS. Literally the same name everywhere. So you can find me there. Okay. So I don't know if these two color coordinated before the match or what, but both of them wearing matching outfits, wearing blue. And Taylor Wilde right now with the upper hand. Mia Yim, of course, down flat to the ring. So I know that this could be potentially the Kingdom's last appearance on Impact Wrestling. I don't know if this is the last taping, but I believe, so I read somewhere that tonight's is the last taping for the Kingdom, so this could be it. But what about Mia Yim? I wonder if she still has some more to go. Once they're done with all of these wrestlers' tapings, Impact Wrestling roster is going to look a lot thinner. It's going to seem a lot thinner than it is right now, yeah. Really wonder who are they going to be featuring, because literally all the guys that they featured so far, the Kingdom, Mia Yim, they're going to be gone in a few weeks or whenever their tapings run out. So who are they going to be featuring then? It's going to be tough. The booking should be interesting, and I'm all in for it. I love interesting booking. I love changes. I love the revamped roster. You should watch the legendary bombshell match between Mick Foley and Terry Funk. It was in Japan, of course, many years ago. All right, Andy. Okay. I miss the Good Brothers. Oh, Good Brothers. Well, they're right now in the WWE, so you can catch them live, every Monday. So that's that with AJ Styles. AJ, what did Impact say about their next event? I heard on your stream. Impact Wrestling about their next event. I believe you're talking about the watch along that we'll be doing potentially in the future. Well, Impact Wrestling, one of the stars, one or two of the stars will be showing up for one of our watch alongs for Impact Wrestling live right here on YouTube. So that's the plan. The date's not set, but once I have, a confirmed date and I know what stars are appearing, I'll let you guys know. But we're going to be having guests from Impact Wrestling live right here, and they're going to be talking to you guys, interacting with all of you as we watch this show. So it's going to be nice, for sure. That's right. Randy and Feed. Yeah, that's right, Grandmaster. I believe that indeed was the last Inferno match. Sure. Even the fire was way too less. It does seem like it. Thank you. Alright, Mr. K9 with a good question. What time is Halloween Havoc on Sunday, Saturday Eastern Time? And trivia too. I believe Halloween Havoc is happening at the same time. About 7:30 p.m. is the pre-show, if I'm not too wrong, and 8 p.m. I think Andy also mentioned that earlier. So 7:30 p.m. is the pre-show, and 8 p.m. is the start of the actual pay-per-view. So that's going to be happening Saturday night, as usual, and trivia also will be in it. Yes, we're going to be doing trivia as well. Yeah, it is Saturday. It is Saturday. Thanks for that, Brother Andy. For sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure that Scott Demers probably has some surprise up his sleeve. They pulled a Bobby Fish on all of us. I'm pretty sure they can still get some people that nobody sees coming. It'll be interesting for sure. That's right. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Impact Wrestling presents Overdrive on November 18th. Alexander versus Kazarian. Yes, that's right. It's going to be big because Kazarian basically is relinquishing his X Division title very quickly, very early, soon after gaining it. He's relinquishing it for a shot at Josh Alexander's world title. I think it's going to be a mistake, but we're going to find out in just a bit how it turns out. Big UFC fight Saturday night too. Oh, I see. A big UFC fight's happening as well. That's going to be tough. Interesting. It's so unfortunate. Wow. Is that going to be going head-to-head against NXT? Because if you talk about 4 AM UK, what is that for EST? That was about 11 p.m. Oh, so they're good. It's not gonna go head to head against NXT, so good for them, I guess. Austin Theory, I don't. Wow. So that is funny. Ron Heaton uses a very interesting question. If Austin Theory is gonna cash in on the NXT title, you know, why not? Austin Theory versus Braun Breaker sounds a lot more believable and practical, and honestly, something that he deserves right now, rather than Austin Theory as a WWE champion. I do believe that Austin versus Braun makes a lot more sense than Austin versus Roman. Sure, yeah, Ron DMG, I'll be on in for it. I believe it's 7:30. Thank you for that, Andy. Thanks for that. Thank you, all of you. And besides, when people leave, others have to step in. That's what I like it, you know, true. When you have the guys at the top, the whole roster becomes comfortable. The whole, you know, management, the authority becomes a bit comfortable because they know that they can rely on these guys. But when the top guys leave, you know, the authority or the management, they have to really scratch their heads and try to build the whole things up from the scratch, put somebody else on the top, and it just starts getting a lot more interesting. So I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of the fact that the top guys have basically left, and Impact Wrestling will have to, you know, build newer top guys, push them to the top spot, and, you know, in turn give us some great new programming, and I'm all in for it. New booking, sure, let's do it. And UFC, oh wow. Ron DMG's, King Tones is not a fan of the UFC. Wait a second, what is that? But that's not Impact Wrestling. I appreciate the acknowledgement. We appreciate you, Jake. We do appreciate you and acknowledge you. Oh no, the actual fight is in the Middle East, so there's gonna be about 10 p.m. UK time. I see that. Okay. By the way, I see that we have a new subscriber here. Israel Tovias has just hit the subscribe button. It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well and hope you're enjoying Impact Wrestling. I've heard stuff about that. That's right, Mr. King Tones. Did hear about Cody Rhodes potentially coming back day one, but we know that day one is not going to be happening. That pay-per-view has been canceled. It will no longer happen in January. It's off the charts. So that rumor goes out the window right with that day one pay-per-view. Now what we could be seeing is Cody Rhodes coming back in the Royal Rumble, but not before that. Doesn't look like it. You're right, Grandmaster. They know that Middle East is money, and that's why they want to go there. You know, we recently had Alberto Del Rio on the show, and Alberto Del Rio also was pretty cool. You know, it's quite cool with all the stuff that he did, and you know, all the promotions the stuff that he's doing with his promotions right now in Mexico. He was pretty cool with that. You know, with the information that he shared with us, he really went into details, and he said that he's working with a promoter who's based in the Middle East. Qatar to be exact. It's a promotion in Qatar, and Alberto is working with them to bring the promotion over to the Middle East as well as in Europe. So yeah, Middle East is money, and these guys definitely love their wrestling, and they want to bring more wrestling, international wrestling, to the masses in the Middle East. So that's pretty cool. There's a big opportunity for combat sports and, you know, wrestling over there in the Middle East, that's for sure. And they've got the money too, so that's another thing for sure. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. I love my tribal chief, says King Tones. Okay, alright. And once again, good to see everybody. Hassan, welcome. Hope you're doing well. As we see here, the match still continues, still going on. Pretty nice. That's quite interesting. Mia Yim right there, a very interesting submission hold on Taylor Wilde. Taylor Wilde might be willing to give up right here. That looks tough. Oh, Tyler Wilde bounces off her legs, goes for the cover on Mia Yim. Mia Yim with the kick out. The match continues. Taylor Wilde with a tremendous elbow strike right there to Mia Yim. Mia Yim's, angry. And with an elbow strike right back at Taylor. Taylor with a reversal. Another elbow strike right back to Mia Yim. And Mia Yim once again furious. Hits her back. Taylor Wilde dizzy, dazed, but hits her back one more time with the elbow strike. And Mia Yim goes for another one, but Taylor Wilde with a reversal hits her with yet another one. It's Taylor Wilde right now who's got the upper hand. That's right, they are definitely tired, but Taylor Wilde has got the upper hand right here, brother. UFC was already fighting in the Middle East. Yeah, they've done shows in the past as well. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Chris Masters back to WWE for the Royal Rumble. Chris Masters has been trying so hard to get himself over, brother. Really, so hard. Look at his Instagram. The guy wants to be signed by the WWE. He was on Instagram a few days ago when he was asking his followers to tag WWE in the comments, to tag Triple H in the comments, so, they would take notice and sign him back to the company. I'm like, come on. That's just desperate. But yeah, he is trying to get back. Would be nice. I wouldn't complain. Chris Masters is definitely a masterpiece. Will be nice. And once again, Taylor Wilde go for the cover on Mia Yim. Mia Yim with a kick out, early kick out once again. And she has a submission hold locked in on Taylor. Taylor kicks out real quick. Good stuff. Dana White did business for his fights in an island. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Dana White is a smart businessman. Much like Vince, right? He's a smart guy. That's right. It doesn't hurt anyone for Saudi to get 2 shows a year. Sure. I'll be honest with you. I like the Saudi Arabian shows for the reason why I don't have to wake up at 5 in the morning to watch the shows. For me, when they have shows in Saudi Arabia, that's like 10 at night, and that's a pretty convenient time to watch the shows. So I like it when they have shows in Saudi Arabia. Pretty convenient for me. Anyways, the match still continues right now. Tessa Blanchard is wrestling at pay-per-view Reloaded. Apparently Tessa... Alright, this is a question I've got to ask everybody here. What do you feel about Tessa Blanchard? The fact that she's coming back now, people are giving her opportunities, promoters are giving her opportunities, bringing her back on the shows. How do you feel about Tessa after all the stuff that she did and has been accused of? Do you feel that she deserves a second chance, or she should get a second chance? Let me know what you feel about Tessa Blanchard, guys, because she is definitely getting bookings right now. Quite a few of them. Wow. With that being said, guys, Taylor Wilde with a big victory over Mia Yim. I guess not a big surprise here because Mia Yim's leaving, right? So it wouldn't have made any sense to put her over Taylor Wilde. So she's on her way out and she loses. And out comes Mickie James. Of course, Mickie James wants a piece of everybody. And in her last rodeo, apparently, which still is continuing, this lady keeps teasing her retirement every single time I see her. Come on, Mickie James. I'm pretty sure if I catch her, if I run into her at Dunkin' Donuts, over breakfast, she's still gonna tease her retirement while having a donut and ice cold coffee. I'm telling you that. She loves talking about her retirement more than anything else, and here she is. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be asking Taylor Wilde to be a part of her last rodeo, for sure. You know it, brother. Yes, that's right. True. Oh, bit slap? Is that happening? Hasn't happened for me yet. Let's see.
It is good to have you back here at Impact Wrestling. I have watched you since you first walked in these doors all the way back in 2007. And I have watched you climb the ladder of success as I was equally parallelly climbing the ladder of success. But however, for the first time ever, we are now in the same locker room.
Isn't that sweet?
Ring, and I am so excited for the first time.
Isn't that sweet? Okay, alright.
We've always been 2 ships in the night. And I look at you and I said, this last rodeo is about challenging myself against people that I love, against people that I admire, and against people that I truly respect. And I think it's about time.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on. Come on. Of course, Wex had to come out here. They had to come out and they had to ruin this special movement. It was about time, just like Andy said, these two had never wrestled before. It was about time that they would finally finalize their matchup. But Wex come out here, ruin the movement for everybody. It is Deonna Purrazzo, of course, Chelsea Green. Oh, wait a second. Jordan Gray is coming out. Looking good. Taking out Wex to clear the ring of the bad girls. Wow, and a bit slap, just like True said earlier, to Giselle Shaw. And a backhand right there. Giselle Shaw is dizzy. And a spine buster from Jordan Grace to Giselle. When Giselle first came in, people loved her. and they really saw a big new and up-and-coming star in her. But I've seen the hype kind of fading away. Giselle also is getting some big matches and some big victories early on. Now she's more or less a sidekick to Deonna Purrazzo and of course Chelsea Green. I don't see Giselle shining as a star anymore for some reason. So that's that. Yeah. I hope that changes in a bit, but right now I just don't see a big star right now, Giselle. That feels like the charm has kind of faded away. And here we are, backstage segment with Honor No More. Alright, the match is still to come. Let's see how this goes. And True says, you're way behind, AJ. Sorry about that, brother True, but I'll tell you what. It's, you gotta blame Scott D'Amore and all these guys for not streaming the show in India, right? That's why I'm way behind, brother. And Mickey actually got some clothes. Oh, wow. Grandmaster, you remember what she was wearing last week? That still has people talking. I was looking at the post on social media of Impact Wrestling, posting clips from that segment. Yeah, people were talking. That was some controversial outfit for sure. And thank you for that, King Tails, my brother. Mickey is such a wonderful person. Really is. She's good. She's sweet. And also a total professional. After talking to both Mickey and Maria, I can say both of them have a lot in common. Both of them total professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. They know they are hungry. Still very hungry, still very willing, and want to get to the top. And they want to give a lot to the wrestling industry. I could sense that very quickly, just a few minutes into the conversation with both Maria and Mickey. Both of them are incredibly talented and very, very passionate about wrestling as well. They're special. AEW won't put the damn boys on TV. AEW probably won't mess with Tessa, and WWE don't need her. That's right, yeah. For her right now, whatever push that she's getting on the independent scene, I would just say that good for her, getting to forgiveness, I guess, and getting a second chance. Good for her. Shine on the independent circuit like she was early on. I don't think that she's got to get picked up by either of the promotions because she's got a lot of bad PR. She's got a lot of bad press for her to get picked up by anybody. So I don't think it's going to be happening. Also, I've spoken to a lot of women in the wrestling industry, and every single one of them, anybody who's ever shared the locker room with Tessa, has never had anything good to say about Tessa Blanchard at all. Never. So any person that I've spoken to, they never had good stuff to say about Tessa. So that's that. I don't see her getting hired by any major promotion anytime soon as well. Right with you on DMG. And Ricky says, 82 was a sad day, but Kevin Nash, that's right, it's terrible. It is terrible. About Kevin Nash losing his 26-year-old son. And just like I said early on, Kevin Nash's son had just started working with his dad for his podcast as well, very recently. So this one hits home for Kevin Nash, of course, and also the fans and viewers and guests who have been on the podcast before. It's terrible. That's right. Yeah. Mickey's outfit was true here. Speaking facts, he says Mickey's outfit was great last week. I don't know what you guys are talking about. She looked great last week. You're right, true. She did. AJ, you think Alberto Del Rio can sign one day WWE contract for Royal Rumble appearance? Look, so based on our interview, right, with Alberto, one thing that is for sure is the fact that he says he's not guilty. He says that he has been cleared of all the charges, all the accusations. People know what the truth is what Alberto said. The truth is out there. You just have to look for it. You just have to read it up. He says, the truth is out there. He says, I am done convincing, the internet fans. I'm done convincing the internet trolls, the haters. He said, truth is out there. Everybody knows what happened. I did not do anything. Those were false accusations. The lady who accused me is now in legal trouble because of defamation and whatnot. She's in legal trouble. She's running away, and they're gonna get her. And I hope that they get her because of what she did to me and my family. Is what Alberto Del Rio said. As long as Paige is concerned, Alberto Del Rio did not have anything good to say. He said that Paige, if you or your family or anybody they try to get after me, I'm gonna put all those videos out there, and I'm not talking about. He said that he's not talking about any of the nasty videos or stuff. He said I'm gonna put the videos out there that just show for the person that you are, is what Alberto said. So basically, overall, he says he's innocent. He says there's nothing that he's hiding. The truth is out there. People should know he's innocent. And any bad reputation that he has right now is because of fake news, is because of fake accusations. So if you were to believe Alberto, he should get signed tomorrow, right? Apparently he says that Vince McMahon's, when he was in charge, they actually reached out to him and they wanted him on board. Triple H hasn't, so if he's innocent, he'll get signed tomorrow. That's what it looks like from his point of view. But in reality, if you look at the entire thing, it's quite messy. It's more than that. So we'll see. Alberto Del Rio has big things coming up. Just like we did the interview, he said that he's got a big TV series coming up with a major television network in the world. So he's got some big projects coming up, and big projects like that, that's going to help him clear the name for sure, because, hey, these television networks, they do a lot more research than the wrestling promotions would. They really dive into it because they don't want any negative PR at all. So if they are able to, give him the green signal and have him be a part of their project, there's got to be something out there. So a return, I wouldn't rule that out. I think it's possible, is what I'll say right now, from the looks of it. That's right. So let's see how this goes down, though. And I can see everybody. Johnny Autism Johnny Wrestling, good to see you. Welcome back. Lovely to see you once again. And Andrew, my brother Nautic is here, says WWE does need Tessa. Everyone wants to see Charlotte versus Tessa. It's true. Everybody does want to see that one match. That is the truth. Good to see you, Nautic. And we've got Christina Graham. Christina, welcome. Love that. I agree, Tessa is awesome in the ring, but she ruined her name, cancel culture. That's right. Yeah. And this should be an interesting match that is coming up in just a bit. I love that. Welcome back, Christina, once again. Thank you for that, Andy. Thanks, brother King Tones. Women's trios next week should be good. Absolutely. This sucks, especially on Scott Hall's birthday. I'm Matt Kevin. Yeah, that's right. He says, I met Kevin Nash about 4 weeks ago. Very great guy. My thoughts are with him. Nash has been a tough year for him. That's right, Johnny. It really has been a terrible year for him, without a doubt. And Ricky PCW Ultra matches, we're going to be watching them. We're going to be watching them right here. That's right. More PCW Ultra matches will come. Of course, we know tomorrow is going to be a big show for PCW Ultra, where, of course, Hammerstone will be defending his PCW Ultra title against 5 other men, actually, in a cage match. And there's a lot more coming up. PCW Ultra set in stone is going to be happening tomorrow. It's going to be good. And here we are. This should be a nice match. We got Joe Hendry here coming out. Of course, we already talked about this guy. The Joel Osteen ripoff. He's trying to be, a preacher, a pastor. I don't know what he's trying to be. He's trying to be some kind of a, motivator. But Joe Hendry is here to make an impact. He's here to motivate Impact, should I say. That's right. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. R-Truth is out of there. Yeah, I don't know what R-Truth is up to, honestly. I've got no idea. I love the live stream and make sure... Thank you for that, Christine. I appreciate that. Alberto Del Rio should be in jail after what he did to Paige, says Johnny. This Joe Hendry character is annoying, sister. I'm watching him right now, and I totally agree with you, True. This guy is annoying. His face, everything is annoying, but still a lot less annoying than Chad Gable. Chad Gable is up there. And this guy is still... wait, he's got something to say.
When you're Joe Hendry, life is different. You can command rooms of thousands of people with just your words.
Yeah, I can tell you, he's trying to be Joel Osteen. Everything that he's saying, commanding the room of thousands of people with your words and whatnot, definitely is trying to be him.
To every one of you, and what I'm hearing is we believe.
Fans actually chanting with Joe Hendry, we believe? You've got to be kidding me. By the way, just like True mentioned earlier, we have this big trios match happening next week where we have Mickie James, we've got Taylor Wilde, we've got, of course, Jordan Grace taking on Wext. So this should be interesting, and it is happening next week. Can't wait for it. Okay.
I feel like I am joking. Commanding...
Hey, we got Thomas the Train here. Thomas the Train, my brother Thomas fan. Good to see you. Welcome. Mr. K9, good to see you. Welcome. That's right. Scott Hall would have been 64 today. It's sad. It's really very sad, guys. That's right. And Joe Hendry right now with the upper hand. So what do you think is going to last longer, guys? Which one would be ended up being longer? Is it going to be UK's Prime Minister Liz Truss's, run as a Prime Minister? Or is it going to be Joe Hendry's run right here in Impact Wrestling? I honestly don't know. I mean, especially right now with the UK politics, the lady just stepping away after 44 days is crazy. But I don't see this whole Joe Hendry or whatever his name is, his character lasting that long. We'll see. Very annoying, just like True said early on, though. It's been a long while since I've seen Joe Hendry and Impact as W. and Thomas fan. That's right, brother. I can imagine. And here we are, Joe Hendry. With the upper hand, goes for a body slam right here. Oh, wow. Wow. The way he just tossed the guy up and down. I hate this guy's smile. I hate it. That's right. And True says Joe Austin is a thief. Alright. And check out Joe Hendry's entrance in ICW. Funnier than our Truth's entrance. Really, Mr. Ken. Alright, we'll take a look at that. Thanks for that. Wouldn't it be funny if D1 showed up now? That would be great. D1 and of course Bully Ray in the same ring would be very, very interesting. I'd like that for sure. But that's just like True said, he cannot bump anymore, so that's another thing. Also, he's working with the WWE, so he's getting a good paycheck. I'm pretty sure he's happy where he is right now. Probably doesn't want to come up here. Joe Hendry once again with a big smile. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this guy is annoying. Back break, go for the cover right here. Can you believe it? Joe with the victory. This guy is super duper annoying. Holy crap, okay. And Sabin beat Bully. Great, oh really? That happened. Okay. I am missing out by being behind here. This is why they got a live stream in India. They can't leave us out, brother. Don't worry, AJ. Chad Gable not retire. I know. I cannot. Anything can be irritating, but Chad Gable, he wants it. He wants the most irritating wrestler ever's award, for sure. AJ, who's the face of Impact Wrestling right now, had a conversation with a buddy with that question. Great question, Mr. King Tones. Question to all of you. Who do you think at the moment is the face of Impact? I think the obvious answer would be Josh Alexander since he's the world champion. But I don't see him as a face, honestly, because I just cannot get behind the hype of Josh Alexander. I see him as a great wrestler because he is, but as an entertainer, I'm not entertained. I don't find his world title reign entertaining at all. But, considering the fact that he is the world champion and he's been the world champion for quite a bit, I think that he is the face right now. Unfortunately, King Tones, unfortunately. I know. Interview my arch nemesis, Chad Gable. That's never gonna happen. If I do that, I'm gonna end up scolding him or walking out the interview. It's gotta be terrible. Oh, I see. True. You were talking about the flashback moment of the week. How much has Bully Ray changed? By the way, Sabin looked great back in the day. He still looks great. Sabin has not really changed, apart from his hair, which obviously, his hair's a lot less now. But the guy has not changed. His face, his eyes, everything about Sabin, just the same. The wrinkles, everything. Matt Cardona, but old, says King Tones. Chris Sabin, Josh Alexander, without a doubt, brother. Yeah, that's right. Even Sabin's up there for sure. Yeah. King Tones, about Matt Cardona, I wouldn't say Matt Cardona is the face because he's not even, I don't think he's contracted to Impact Wrestling. He's not under contract to the company. He only appears, when he gets paid per date. Just like I said earlier, Matt Cardona, he charges the independent wrestling promotions about $3,000 per appearance or per match. Impact Wrestling, he charges him about $1,000. So he gets paid per appearance, and that's about it. So I wouldn't call him a face because to be a face, you got to be a regular. He's not a regular, and that's an issue. Chad Gable, from the way he's acting right now, he could be the next Perk Angle. Okay, all right. I wish Jack Swagger was an Impact. Jack Swagger, all right. That's a name I haven't heard for in a bit. Jack Swagger. Interesting guy. Did you know that his wife also used to be a wrestler back in the day, and actually did a tryout for the WWE, even NXT? I had no idea. I knew that she was a fitness model and whatnot, but the fact that she was also a wrestler and tried out for the WWE is pretty good, pretty cool. Eric Young, oh yeah, another guy that easily is the face of Impact, has been carrying the promotion and has been doing great. Definitely. Eric Young is up there as well. And the face of Impact is a tag team. Motor City Machine Guns, Sabin and Alex Shelley. You're right, Andy. Up there. Just like True said early on, right? Shelley, Sabin, they gotta be up there for sure. Agents OK, move Rampage on Thursday night. Not here's someone YouTube video. What do you mean, Ricky? About Thursday night? You mean that Rampage should be moved on Thursday night? Is that what you mean, Ricky? How about Eddie? Eddie Edwards is cool. He's cool. He's alright. I don't think that he is quite the face just yet, especially now. You know, after the whole Honor No More going away, I'm not sure how Edwards is going to be booked moving on. We'll see how this goes. But I don't believe Edwards is even booked for the match, for the show tonight. I don't think he has a spot on the card tonight. And that speaks volumes, right? I mean, for a face, you should be featured on the show, and he isn't. So, let's see. Let's see. And let's see what else do we have here. And Christmas says, people are starting to leave the stream. It went from 22 to 18. Oh my gosh, the atrocity, right? That's okay, that's alright. You know, people come and go. The retention span, of course, is less and less. And, you know, I was talking to some other person the other day, an old friend of mine, and we were talking about how before social media, people had a lot more retention span and they used to consume the content that we used to get on TV. Now there's content everywhere. Social media, you know, TikTok, Instagram. Every other second there's something new being uploaded. So there's so much variety out there, right? It's crazy. There's so much content to consume. Insane. I don't care what anybody says even when he's not there, the face of Impact will always be AJ Styles. Yeah, and I'm glad that he was able to send out a video message to Impact Wrestling for their anniversary show. That was pretty cool of WWE to allow him to do. You know, Impact Wrestling, of course, AJ Styles has done a lot for the promotion. They say that AJ Styles made the promotion. He really did a huge favor to them. Without AJ Styles, there would be no Impact Wrestling right now, is what people say. And they talk about Hulk Hogan. They said Hulk Hogan, the only reason why he was with Impact Wrestling was to milk the money out of the promotion for his own pockets. People say that Hulk Hogan was there just for his own good. Not the good for the promotion, but for his own good. For a nice and big payday, or a few of those. What do you think? Do you feel like Hulk Hogan was nothing but a leech when it came to Impact Wrestling? That he gave nothing to the promotion, but took everything away from them? Let me know what you think about this opinion right here. Alright, let's see. What else do we have? Vita One Star. I've done that interview. I hope you remember, Chris. The Vita One Star interview was pretty good. Now, she's a lovely lady, very down to earth, really cool lady indeed. Vita One Star is special. Adina Steele, though. That's nice. Adina Steele interview would be nice. I'll write this down, Chris. Sure, I'll write this down. Thanks for that. Okay. I see. You guys are talking baseball right now. Jeff Hardy, yeah? Jeff Hardy was pretty cool. I still remember Jeff Hardy climbing the stage of Armageddon when he became the WWE Champion and celebrating his championship victory from the top of the stage of Armageddon. That was pretty damn cool. Yeah, that was a great night. I hope that he's okay and he's, you know, his rehab is going well. He'll be back soon on TV again. I don't think that Jeff Hardy should be back for a very long run because honestly, we've got a lot of wrestlers right now. Even without Jeff Hardy, the wheel keeps spinning. The show isn't stopping without him. And I think that Jeff Hardy should possibly stop now. Come back, have a nice run, maybe a championship run, a farewell tour, a last rodeo as Mickey James likes to call it, and just, you know, retire respectfully. Transition to a backstage role, but I think retire. That would be best for Jeff and Matt is what I feel. Because really, they're just hurting themselves and hurting their image by sticking around longer. You know, they say that, you know, people either they die a hero, they die young and a hero, or they live long enough to see themselves become a villain. And I feel that's what's happening in the case of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. The more they wrestle, the more they continue to be on the scene, the more they turn into villains where people just don't want to see them, or at least Matt Hardy. So I feel like it's time to retire. After a nice run, that is, you know, nice championship run, nice farewell tour, time to retire is what I feel. Let me know if you guys are with me here. You can make an argument for Gail Kim, Abyss, Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, James Storm, Kazarian. Oh yes, sure. With Impact Wrestling, that's right. And Jeff Hardy, there's someone who should be locked up. Public nuisance, says Run DMG. Jeff Hardy definitely has caused a few of those, that's for sure. Alright, that was all Dixie Carter. I'm so glad Dixie's gone. I believe she is right now the head of Anthem or something. You know, of course, the parent company behind Impact Wrestling. But I'm glad she is where she is. Scott D'Amore is doing a wonderful job running the promotion. He's doing great, without a doubt. Hogan had a very good movements in Impact. Yeah. Okay, here we are with Scott D'Amore. Speak of Scott D'Amore, and here he is. Let's see what the guy has to say.
From the very outset, it's been said the X Division, it's not about weight limits. It's
Oh.
about no limits.
Alright. It's deja vu right now because if I recall correctly, it was Scott D'Amore and it was Christian Cage and of course it was Josh Alexander in a segment where Josh Alexander gave up his X Division title, and now 1 year later, it's all come full circle. Alexander is the champion and Kazarian is willing to cash in his X Division title for a match. It's pretty cool.
X Division champion. And the first ever individual to hold that championship in 3 different decades.
Yep.
But then, last week, Frankie shocked the world, and honestly myself, when he announced he was going to exercise Option C to challenge for the Impact World Championship. And tonight, we're going to make that official. So at this time, please join me in welcoming the X Division champion, Frankie Kazarian.
Alright, Frankie Kazarian exercising Option C coming out now. Of course, I can see a comment right here from True who says, "Thank you, Austin Aries, for Option C." And you know, this is like one of the very few things that we can thank Austin Aries for. But it's true, you gotta thank him for Option C. Of course, Option C was first utilized ever in Impact Wrestling by Austin Aries. He won the X Division title, you know, for the first time, I believe, 2011, 2012, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, and I believe a few months later, he was not happy with being just the X Division title champion. He wanted more than that. And of course, Hulk Hogan was the general manager back then. And Austin Aries wanted the X Division title to be able to be cashed in for the world title for a future shot, you know, for the championship. Hogan agreed, and that is how we had the Option C that was brought to life. So we gotta thank Austin Aries, we gotta thank Hulk Hogan on that note for the Option C. You're right, True. Yeah.
There's no turning
Oh,
back.
Andy, I'm sorry about that. Please take care. Take good care of your health. I'll see you on Friday. Take care, Andy. Yeah, much love to you.
You'll have your shot at the Impact World Championship, but also the X Division Championship is immediately vacated. And we'll start an 8-person tournament to crown a new champion. And that tournament will culminate November 18th in Overdrive, the very same night that you'll challenge Josh Alexander.
Alright, so Overdrive is going to be a big pay-per-view. Frankie Kazarian is going to be going against Josh Alexander. The 8-person tournament for the X Division title will also be culminating on the same pay-per-view. That's going to be interesting. Ricky says, AJ reporting about a Fightful. WWE plan has any pay-per-view in December 10th, the same night as ROH Final Battle. I see. So WWE wants to be salty right here. Wants to once again go after Tony Khan and run the show on the same night as their ROH show. I don't think they should do it, honestly. After the embarrassing defeat to AEW this past Tuesday, I don't think it should be happening, honestly.
2004, I won my first X Division title.
That's right.
It's a long time ago, folks. But that meant the world to me because at that point, I realized that I had arrived. I realized that I was going to be a player in the professional wrestling industry. But I'll say this, winning the title at Bound for Glory against a fighting champion, the caliber of Speedball Mike Bailey, a guy I consider one of the best on the planet right now.
Alright, okay. Frankie wants a title shot. That's right, true, absolutely. And Thomas says, I'm tired of people saying stuff like this about Jeff Hardy. He has some problems. Big deal. He's going to come up over it. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully Jeff Hardy will, overcome all the issues. The rehab will work out. and he will be able to turn stuff around for good, hopefully.
This phrase, option C. So I started to think back and reflect of all my accomplishments and all my failures, and I thought about option C.
Definitely interesting, Ricky, but I've got to say, you know, the whole thing about NXT versus ROH or AEW, it should be in the past. WWE should not attempt to do it once again, because if they do, it's going to be another embarrassing failure for them. They're just going to lose once again. They've lost before. They lost on Tuesday. They're going to lose again. So no point in going ahead and do it against them once again.
Business has given me is my beautiful wife, Tracy Brooks, and our star Rebel.
Love that.
And all of that is because of Impact Wrestling. All the sacrifices.
I don't know, I'm looking at some of the fans who are sitting in the attendance tonight for Impact Wrestling, and some of the faces, they seem a bit familiar to me. I don't know if I've seen them before, independent wrestlers or not, but I feel like some of the faces tonight in attendance, they feel like either I've seen them in NWA or I've seen them in other independent shows, but they do feel, they do seem familiar, very familiar for sure. Yeah, they gotta be people from wrestling industry here. Okay, let's see. Alright, thank you, Christina, thank you, much love to you, thanks for that, thank you for the sub. And let's see what else do we have here. And Randy, of course, in the defense, he says, "You're calling me out. Call out Jeff Hardy for being a drunk. I guess you don't kill anyone. All right for Jeff to drive drunk. No, drinking under the influence is never okay. It's just never okay. That's the truth. Yeah, Jeff Hardy has made some bad choices, on and off screen. We cannot forget what happened at Impact Wrestling for his match against Sting, right? So he's definitely made some terrible choices. Well, before it's too late, hopefully he can turn stuff around and once again, just turn his life around for good and just lead a better life in the future. That's all we can hope. Yeah.
When I look at that same list and I see the names of men that I know without a shadow of a doubt I am better than. And still, I never won the Impact Wrestling World title. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Wait a second. True here with the spoiler. True says, "Damn it, Macklin. Does that mean that Steve Macklin comes in here?" Okay. Alright, Steve Macklin. This guy cannot catch a break. He's just like his fiancée, Deonna Purrazzo. Every time somebody's having a nice movement, a special movement in the ring, these two have to run in and spoil the movement for them. Deonna Purrazzo did it early on, tonight. And it seems like, of course, Steve Macklin is going to follow suit. I hear you, Dundee, brother. I do. Yeah. That's right. Damn it, Macklin. I see it now, True. I'm definitely 2 minutes behind you. But Steve Macklin jumping on Kazarian from behind with those big punches. Wow, Kazarian with a big punch of his own to Macklin. Macklin with the elbow strike to Kazarian sends him straight to the corner. And now with those kicks in to the midsection, Kazarian in trouble. Oh, wow. Wow. So what does Macklin want right now? Does he want the World Championship? Does he want the X Division Championship? Because he doesn't look happy with this at all. And Josh Alexander, of course, being the hero he is, comes in here to the aid of Kazarian. So what does Macklin want from these guys? What does he want from Kazarian? What kind of statement is he making by attacking the X Division Champion? Alright. What the hell? Well, November 18th, Overdrive from Impact Wrestling will be interesting. Culminating will be the X Division Tournament. Also, the World title match between Josh Alexander and Kazarian will be happening November 18th. Should be interesting. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. King Tones, thanks for the love. Thank you for the love. And Randy says, "You're right, but I don't drink." Wait a second. Wait. We're here backstage once again with Honor No More.
doing a lot of thinking.
Thinking?
They gotta split up right now.
You're the one that said it. Either this ends, or we
Eddie Edwards is gonna end Honor No More right now. That's what's happening. Yeah,
What is that supposed to mean?
he's ending it.
You'll find out. You'll all find out.
Hey, what does that mean, man? Hey, we have a match. What did it say? Yeah.
Thanks, Lish.
It's over. Eddie Edwards is ending Honor No More on this note. It is happening. That's right. Just like we see it right there. Eddie Edwards is ending Honor No More. I think once we're back from commercial, we'll see what does he exactly have to say. But it seems like it's over for them. Yeah. It's on a mission. You're right, King Tones. Self-destruction mission. That's for sure. And I can see once again, we have quite a debate here about Jeff Hardy and, the stuff that he's done in the past. All I'll say here is that Jeff Hardy has made some terrible choices. And for that, he's definitely, paying the price right now. And he has paid the price in the past as well. I was looking at a video of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy from 2010 where they were in a diner, in a little restaurant. And they were calling out, CM Punk. They were calling out some WWE stars. They were calling out Vince McMahon. The craziest video they've ever seen of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, right? They were obviously drunk, under the influence. It was terrible. And, I've got to say that when people are under the influence or they're going through such a dark period, they're paying the price for it. They're not going through the happiest of times. They are going through challenging times. That's why they take to stuff like drugs or, alcohol. So Jeff Hardy definitely has paid the price for the stuff that he's done, and he's still paying the price for it. He could have been very well on TV right now. Could have been champion. Could have been enjoying the big bright spotlight, but he's not. He's undergoing rehab. He's gone through a lot of public humiliation because of the actions that he's done, and also the decisions that he's made. So he's paying the price for it. Hopefully that with the rehab. This time, hopefully, he's able to turn his life around. But he's made some terrible decisions in the past. Let's just hope the best for him. Because, let's not forget, the guy has also given us years and years of entertainment. Before I started watching wrestling, I knew the name Jeff Hardy. That's how over he's always been. And has always given us those extreme moments. So, much love to Jeff Hardy and all the fans out there. But cannot ignore the fact that he has made some terrible decisions. Hopefully... And hoping the best for Jeff Hardy. Hopefully he's able to turn his life around. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Just like True said very beautifully right there. He knows exactly what he's done. And he knows that he has got to pay the price for it. Has to face the consequences. And has to turn the stuff around now. That's it. That's it. So, saying anything negative, we're not helping it. Certainly not. So, just like, we say it all the time. Let's not send out negative energy. Let's send out positive vibes. And positive energy. And it goes a long way. Love that, True. Love that, guys. You're awesome. Alcohol is fine, just in moderation. When you start abusing it, it's downhill. That's right. Or if you want to be like somebody, be like, straight edge. Be like me, straight edge. You haven't touched any of the stuff. Like, I don't even know the names of, the stuff out there. I don't know. I've got no idea. I got no idea what is the difference between wine or beer. Or root beer. That's it. Got no clue. So, be straight edge. Yeah, that's the best option. I guess we canceled day one because of low ticket sale. Well, I've got no clue, but I feel like day one getting canceled is not a bad decision at all because a lot of fans also found it very inconvenient to watch wrestling on the first day of the new year. A lot of fans found it hard because, people have plans, they're going out, they got plans with the family, or the family doesn't want them to watch wrestling, simple as that, on the first day of the new year. So it's challenging. Also with the wrestlers, they want to be with their families, and they can't if they gotta wrestle on the first day of the new year. So I feel like canceling that was not a bad idea at all. Also, the fact that Royal Rumble should be the first pay-per-view of the year, it makes sense because it's such a big pay-per-view, right? The first pay-per-view of the year should always be Royal Rumble, and we're gonna have that once again, so why not? Why not? I'm not mad about day one getting canceled, but I'm super excited about Cody Rhodes possibly coming back at Royal Rumble. Kristen, thanks for the love. Winter Warfare, 2-night event. It's gonna be good. And Mr. Kingtone says, mental health is huge. Get help. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very important. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. That's right, I am starting the Straight Edge Society. You know it, guys. I can recruit, hey, in my Straight Edge Society, you don't even have to shave. You can actually keep your hair if you want. That's the difference between mine and Punk's Straight Edge Society. That's it. Alright, here we are with Josh Alexander and Kazarian in the back.
know that you're more than capable of handling this. You haven't been here in a while. Okay, you don't know someone like Steve Macklin. That guy's gonna make mistakes.
Okay, I get it. Well, look, man. I am a multiple-time tag team champion here, so if I needed somebody to watch my back, somebody I could trust, they'd be here. So I can look out for myself.
Wait a second.
Since we are helping each other out,
Uh-huh.
let me give you a little bit of advice. Don't ever trust Bully Ray.
He's right. Don't ever trust Bully Ray, but Kazarian with a bit of a statement here. I don't know if that was a hint at things to come, but he said, if I were to bring somebody out as a backup to help me out, I would bring out somebody who I would trust. I don't know if that means that he'll bring out somebody in the future, but he did give a little bit of advice to Alexander, don't ever trust Bully Ray, so yeah, I don't think he was planning to trust him either, so that's that. Renaissance, my brother, welcome. Good to see you. It's been a while. Welcome. And Grandmaster says, I'll join after I finish this. Alright, okay. I'll wait. And King Tones, thanks for that, brother. I don't wear capes. It applies to anyone who struggles with things. Let us find about you. Okay, alright, guys. Yeah, I understand. So, the whole thing is one thing's for sure. Hardy messed up. Hardy is trying to recover. We can't avoid, we can't basically ignore the fact that he has messed up in the past. And I don't think that anybody plans or is trying to hide that fact. Nobody should, right? Because that's what happened in the past. And I feel like it's got to be public knowledge of Jeff Hardy and the bad decision that he's made, because he literally did some of it on TV, on camera. So that's got to be public knowledge forever. So there's no use of putting cape, and I don't think anybody's putting cape. But let's also, hope that he is able to turn his life around and turn it around for good. That's it. And here we are with Rich Swann coming out here, of course. Impact Wrestling's Michael Jackson looking good. Rich Swann and Willie Mack together, they were just as good of a duo as Heath Slater and Rhino. Maybe even better. And I feel bad for Swann, because Swann and Willie Mack, they just went along so well together. Willie Mack can fly, he can dance, and so can Rich Swann. They were an iconic duo. And now that Heath Slater has got his partner back, Rhino, I really wish that Rich Swann gets his back as well, Willie Mack, because together they are one heck of a team right there. That's right. And thank you. And trivia, we're going to be having trivia as well. We will be having trivia, that's right. I only know. So what I was thinking was that, guys. So, trivia these days, what we're doing is that they're nice, they're fun, they're quick. So I thought that maybe these days, to do the trivia, this was an idea that I had. Maybe we could have the trivias in the middle of the watch-longs. Not having them as separate, stream altogether, but have trivias, impromptu trivias in the middle of the watch-longs, where, out of nowhere, during a commercial break, we pull out the website and we start, testing our wrestling knowledge. And impromptu title defense, more like the 24/7 title, where, the titles can change hand anytime. The trivia title can also change hand anytime, and we can have impromptu quizzes, trivias, on any of the watch-alongs. I think that'd be interesting. Let me know, how do you think about it? But I thought about this idea. I thought I would run it through you guys. But if you like this whole trivia championship to be more like an impromptu stuff where it can be defended anytime, I think that'd be pretty spicy, right? Yeah, that's right. The 24/7 trivia title, because if you know your wrestling, you should always know your wrestling. That's it. Also, it saves us from the 3 hours of commercials that we get every single Monday, right? Okay. And here we are right now with Eric Young standing tall, Rich Swann in trouble. There you go, with those big punches to Eric Young right there. And Eric Young with the elbow strike. Down goes Swann. And once again, let's see what else we have here. It's hard to interview with Impact Wrestling with Rhino. No, absolutely not. I can definitely try to reach out. We're going to be doing some interviews before their next pay-per-view comes up. If you want Rhino on the show, let's try to have Rhino on the show. Sure. I actually really want Taylor Wilde, because I'm impressed by Taylor Wilde and the stuff that she's done ever since she's made her return. Bully Ray would be another guy that I would love to have on the show. So I'll try reaching out, and let's see who we can get. Taylor Wilde, Bully Ray, or if we could get any of those guys on the watch-alongs, that'd be great. I'll try reaching out. What a brother gotta do for the rent? Renaissance, my man. Oh, brother, anything. I mean, you don't have to do anything at all, right? Yeah, I'm gonna start giving out more wrenches. You know, of course, I want to make everybody the moderator because all of you are the brothers right here. But the reason why I can't make everybody the moderator yet is because if somebody new joins in and all we see are the blue wrenches, everybody's gonna be like, oh, this guy only has moderators in the chat, only his friends. So we can't have a lot of moderators, but I'm gonna be adding more moderators as the community grows. We're gonna add more moderators. So Renaissance, as soon as we hit bigger numbers, you're gonna be next. You're gonna be the next mod. Thank you for the love. And 24/7 trivia title. That's right. And Eric Young right now going after, oh dear. Going after the eye of Red Swan. Red Swan is hurt. And I can see True already talk about Sami Callihan, which means Callihan must be on TV. For me, this match is still going on. It's such a treat to watch both Eric Young and Red Swan. They're great. And what else do we have here? Thank you, Kristen. I'll see you soon. Wow. Eric Young with a kick to the midsection and a roll-up from Red Swan going for the cover. And it's over. Red Swan with a nice victory over poor Eric Young. I don't know what's going to be happening with his whole Violent by Design group. You know, we thought that he was recruiting some more people. Oh wow, there he is. That's his new member. The guy's been running around creating a nuisance for the past couple weeks now. Wait a second, do we have an unmasking here? Who is this guy? Who is he? He gets in here, grabs it from behind, of course, gets VBD an upper hand, and just disappears into the crowd again. I don't know who that guy was. Definitely looked like a weird guy, but seems like they are recruiting. They are making the Violent by Design faction bigger and bigger. What the hell? Callihan shows up. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Did not see that coming. Sami Callihan comes in here and targets Eric Young. Goes after the Violent by Design faction here, and both of them rolling out the ring. And just like True said early on, Callihan looks like Humpty Dumpty. True is not wrong, but that's how Callihan is. He's not overweight. He's not obese. Callihan is just shaved like, I don't know. There's a dinosaur that's in the back of my head right now. I wouldn't say T-Rex. Maybe a shorter T-Rex would be, I don't know, would be the right way to put it. But there's a dinosaur that literally looks like Callihan, I think. And that's how Callihan is shaved. He is just like that. Pretty cool guy, yeah. He's got kind of an aura around him, star power around him, which is undeniably great. That's right. Let's see. And King Tone's not thinking about the whole Crown Jewel stuff, you know. Nothing. Haven't heard anything yet. So I don't even know if they're going to be having a press conference, because if they were to have a press conference, you know, they'd said that they would know by this week, and we already have reached Thursday night, so I don't know if they're going to be having a press conference, because if they were to have a press conference, we would have received some kind of a, you know, message from them. You know, also in touch with the other guys who also, you know, reached out to them about the press conference stuff, and they haven't heard back either anything about it. So most likely there will not be a press conference in Saudi Arabia. If they do have a press conference, it will most likely be limited only to the Middle Eastern journalist and the publication. So that could be another thing. But anyways, haven't heard anything yet. When I do, I'll let you guys know. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. You're on the news, says Christina. I'm on the news. What did I do? I'm on the news. Okay, is it about the Wrassing show? Alright, thanks for that. Okay, AJ Speak mods, are you making mods group chat for IG or on Discord? Well, definitely, if you guys, you know, are all on IG, I don't know. So I know that out of all the moderators, King Tones is not on IG. That's the only thing. But we've got True there, we got Ricky there on IG, but King Tones is not there. So I think Discord would be a better place. I will get on Discord as well. I'll do something out there. Sammy's a big boy. You know it, Renaissance. You know it, brother. And 24/7 title, a great idea regardless of the champ is present or not. That's right, Andrew. That's what I was thinking about the whole trivia stuff, especially considering how many commercials we get for these shows, you know, especially Mondays. Yeah, and sometimes even Fridays. So I think that the 24/7 title would be great. So, yeah, if True has no problem, the current champion True has no problem with the 24/7 title, I'm sorry, with the trivia title being a 24/7 title, we can do it. We could revamp the whole thing, reformat the whole thing, and have, make it a 24/7 trivia title when it can be defended at any time. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Shaped like an egg, that's right, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. You know it already, right? Basically, DX runs WWE management, says King Tones. Almost it does, you're right, yeah. And thank you for that, King Tones. Watch along trivia would be better. Hell yeah, that's our champion. True says watch along trivia would be better. So that's that. We're gonna be having, it's official then. True has given the green signal, so we're gonna be having trivia with the watch-alongs, in the middle of the watch-alongs. Since we're all of us are already here, we don't have to meet at any other allotted time for the trivia. We can do it in the middle of the watch-alongs whenever we have a commercial, because usually the trivia rounds don't really last more than 5-10 minutes, and that's usually how long the these commercial breaks last as well. So I think we'll be fine defending the titles in the middle of these commercial breaks. Let's do that. Hell yeah, that's our champion right there. So, starting Monday, we're gonna have the 24/7 title being defended in the middle of the watch-alongs. Now, it doesn't mean that every single show will have a defense, but the defense can happen at any time at random, maybe multiple times in the same night. It all depends on, of course, the Grandmaster. And by the Grandmaster, I mean me. Not the Grandmaster right there. Okay, thank you. And Ricky, starting Monday, just like I said, starting Monday, we'll start with a whole new concept for the trivia title. I'm excited. I think it's nice. That's right. It is official. It is official. All right. That's right. And the pre-show trivia. Yes, we did that. For the pay-per-views, it's gonna be on the pre-show. But for the regular shows, it's gonna be anytime, anywhere, any place. I know, Grandmaster. I stole your gimmick, my brother. Yeah. I've been accused of stealing gimmick by a lot of people. Matthew Raywald told me that I steal his gimmick. Alberto Del Rio said that I steal Ricardo Rodriguez gimmick. And now I'm here stealing Grandmaster's gimmick. And I'm not even sorry about that. By the way, I'm missing out Killer Kelly tonight. I don't know if you guys all are familiar with Killer Kelly, but she is awesome. She is incredible. Definitely missing some Killer Kelly tonight. She is fantastic. And thank you once again, True. I love that idea. So it's official, guys. Starting Monday, on the regular weekly shows, the trivia title will be defended at any time, but pay-per-views only on the pre-show. Thank you once again. And here we are with Zack Ryder. Matt, what's his name? Matt Cardona and Brian Myers.
Power through. When I left, I was the Impact Wrestling Digital Media World Champion. I gave you the title. Look, any other team there'd be dissensions and bad blood, but I am so proud of you. You are the second longest reigning champion in history. I'm number one. Listen, I'm not here for that time, okay? Been there, done that. There are more titles in Impact Wrestling for me to collect, for you to collect. That's right. I think it's time we update the major players' resume just a little bit.
What's happening here?
There's one thing missing, and that one thing...
Wait a second.
The Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Okay, alright. So it seems like, Matthew Raywald again? Matt Cardona and Brian Myers are now eyeing the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championship. And that's because, the Kingdom, they are out of Impact Wrestling, so they need somebody big to fill in the shoes, and I don't think it gets any bigger than Matt Cardona being the champion, right? So I feel like that's what's going to be happening. The Tag Team Championship is probably going to Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. That'll be interesting. Brian Myers will soon be a double champion with the digital media title and the tag team title in his possession. That's going to be interesting. And thank you, Grandmaster, my brother. I love that. I feel bad for True. Can he make it? Oh, I'm telling you, True is a real champion. He's probably going to fight through all of you every single night and keep hold of the title. He is that good. That's right. Oh, wow. Next week, we're going to be having Black Taurus and Laredo. That's a big match. You've got to be kidding me. And that's happening on BTI before the Impact, the pre-show. That is crazy. And Alan Angels is going to be here next week. That is crazy as well. And I can see they're actually using new graphics starting next week for Impact Wrestling. Good for them. Nice. I love the graphics for Overdrive as well. This is pretty cool. Definitely an upgrade in production from Impact Wrestling. I don't know if they hired a new team, for the marketing department, but wow, the graphics that they're now using for Impact and the regular shows and the pay-per-view, very good. Nice. All right, let's see what else do we have here. I see the big ol' eyes here from True for Maria. I love that. And Ricky says, "Get ready, True. We're coming after the belts." I love that. Love it. Okay, Ishii versus Suzuki tonight. That is nice, True. That's great. Again, just like I said, all this cricket madness is going on right now. So once that's over, or I'm kind of free from that, we're going to be getting to NJPW2. But cricket is crazy. So just trying that out. Of course, it's just it's an experiment right now. If it works out, if I'm enjoying it, if people are enjoying it, we're going to continue cricket. Otherwise, we're just going to abandon it. But let's see. And here we are with Rhino and Heath Slater coming out because that takes a lot of time. Cricket is crazy. I mean, wow. So after this watch along will end, an hour later cricket will begin. And it will go on for until, let's see, about 6-7 hours. So cricket is crazy. It really is. I've seen that commentator before. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, on the Wrassing show, my Grandmaster brother. You're right. Killer Kelly, she is so good. Oh yeah, Ricky, she's incredible. And here we are. My God, you've got to be kidding me. True, he literally had the big ol' eyes for Maria about 10 minutes ago. And now I am seeing Maria. That's crazy. I'm so behind right now. Thank you, Impact Wrestling, for not airing in India, I guess. Matt Cardano's still okay with me. Yeah, Money Badger, my brother, good to see you. He's a cool Miz for sure, and now he's looking to get the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championships. So that's quite interesting, and here we are. They are making their way down the ramp. Of course, this could be the last appearance. I think this is the last appearance of these guys tonight. The last taping. And just like Andy said, they're going to be dropping the titles. Hopefully Andy is doing okay. Brother Andy, if you're watching this right now, hope you're doing better. But yes, they are going to be dropping their titles too. I'm sorry for the spoiler, but it's out there. They're going to be dropping the titles to Rhino and, of course, Heath Slater tonight. This is the last time we're looking at these guys in the ring on Impact Wrestling. With that being said, we go to commercial. Quite an interesting time to go to commercial. We've got about 26 minutes left on the clock. And on commercial, we are right now. That's right. Let's see. Thank you for that, King Tones. Hit that like. Moxley vs. Ospreay. That is crazy. Okay, we're missing out. Wrestling is a breath of fresh air. I enjoy doing, honestly, I enjoy doing the wrestling shows. I'm sorry, the cricket shows. I enjoy doing those. But it's really, one thing that I miss in the cricket shows is the energy that we get from wrestling shows, right? In wrestling, you listen to these commentators, you're looking at the crowd, you're listening to them, making the noise, the pop. In cricket, you don't get that, or even in any of the sport, you don't get that. So the atmosphere that you enjoy in a wrestling show, you don't get that atmosphere anywhere else, and that's something I miss out on. Yeah. The other day I was doing a cricket watch-along, or at least I tried to, and literally the stadium was empty because it was not like a major match, it was a preliminary round match, and that's why the stadium was empty. I'm like, how do you watch a show with a stadium, with such a large stadium, empty? How do you expect to stay awake at the end of that? I mean, that's like chess to me, right? An empty stadium, people playing cricket with a bat and a ball, is almost like watching a game of chess in an empty room. It makes no sense. It makes me sleepy, so yeah, I had a hard time with that. The energy just isn't there. Wrestling is the greatest sport in the world, guys. There's a reason behind it. The fans are a big reason behind it. AJ, what time are you going live this Saturday for Halloween Haywood? So, brother, just like I said, it's going to be happening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern is when Halloween Haywood is going to go live with the pre-show. And that's around the time that we're going to be going live with our watch-along for Halloween Haywood as well, brother. That's right, Ricky. And I could have watched cricket, but in Australia. That's right, which is the worst. I know. For me, it's not as bad, honestly, because Australia is for us when the show goes live is about 9:30 in the morning, so it's not too bad. Like literally, this is like one of the rare occasions when I actually have a show or a watch-along opportunity when it's daytime for me. But thanks to wrestling and thanks to all these watch-alongs, I'm so used to working in the EST format that during the day I just feel sleepy and I can't do these watch-alongs. I can't sit at the computer for so long. But yeah, gotta do it. I prefer shows happening at like 3 a.m. Then I prefer them happening at 8 a.m. in the morning now. It's crazy. That's right. Get well, Ham and Page. Absolutely, Ricky, without a doubt. Hopefully he gets better soon. Wait a second. Wait a second, did they really have a night exchange commercial? True. Oh my gosh, wait a sec. Are you telling me that I missed out on a night exchange commercial? I thought those were a thing of the past. I thought Impact Wrestling moved on from those commercials. You've got to be kidding me. Oh dear. You know, if I was sitting in the US right now and I would have watched a night exchange commercial, I would have picked up my phone and I would have called it just to find out what exactly goes on over there. But of course I'm not there, so anybody in the US right now, if you see that commercial, call the line and just find out what's going on there. What do they talk about? Why do they pay? Why do they charge you to call a number? Crazy. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Okay, the NXT audience is always lit, AJ. I wish Raw and SmackDown was like that. Well, about NXT, it's interesting because, you know, it's a small room, it's a performance center, and then you've not only got the audience, but you've also got a lot of the, WWE staff members over there as audience members, just cheering out, top of their lungs, making some noise because, they're getting paid to do so. So NXT audience, you can't compare that. It's a very small room in comparison to Raw or SmackDown. It's a big arena, and also a lot of those people are paid audience members. So that's that. Yeah. For me, right now, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning. And I can see Sumi Sakai just mentioned us on Instagram. Sumi Sakai is going to be having a big match tomorrow against Viva Vaughn. And Sumi Sakai was actually one person who was going to appear on the show, on the Wrassingh show, right along with Hammerstone. But the promoter found out just a few days before the interview that Sumi Sakai actually has trouble speaking English, right? She's not very good with English. So that's why we did not do the interview with Sumi. Hopefully we would have her on, soon, but the promoter was like, there's no point because she has trouble with English, so couldn't do it, but hopefully one day. And of course, Honor No More here, leaving with the championships, didn't want to bother wrestling these guys, but Heath Slater and Rhino will not let these guys walk away with the titles, will not let them walk away to AEW with those Impact Wrestling tag titles. But I'm watching on Canada Fight Net, right? CSC, alright. I see, true. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? True says, Ron DMG really left? Well, I don't know. Ron DMG, are you here, brother, Ron DMG? Are you still here? I gotta say sorry, if anybody feels, hurt or just feels disappointed or anything because of any of the comments, I apologize to you guys, right? But over here, you know that all of us discuss and debate, and sometimes we argue, sometimes we get along. Most of the times we do get along, and we are most of the times on the same page, but there can be some times when we maybe are not on the same page, and there can be some difference of opinion. But the end of the story is that the whole point is that we over here are all respectful and loyal, and we have a lot of love and admiration towards each other because we all are here for one thing that unites us all, and that's wrestling. So once again, I would like to apologize to anybody who has ever been hurt or has been disappointed because of anything, or if I've let anybody down, I'd like to apologize. But yeah, just know that we are here for nothing but love, and that's what this community is all about. We're not toxic at all, and that's something you rarely get to see. That's right. And here we are once again. Mike Bennett is in trouble. He's sitting with the upper hand right now, as we see. And if you're doing cricket, just do India matches. Most of their matches, apart from Australia versus England, are not popular. That's right. Yeah. I'm trying it out. I'm testing the waters right now. Probably will be testing some waters today. It's not even a big match, but I'm just testing the waters to see how the stream goes, how the analytics and stuff are. Because the India versus Pakistan match is going to be a big match, it. And it's going to be happening, I believe, in a couple days. So we're going to do that match. I'm looking forward to the India match. It's going to be great. But of course, I'll just test the waters with the cricket for a couple days before that, brother. Great advice, Grandmaster. Thanks for that once again. And once again, here we are with Mike Bennett with the upper hand, going for the cover on Rhino. Oh, wow. He's targeting the left leg of Rhino right now. Goes for the tag. Matt Taven's been tagged in here. And they are once again targeting the injured left leg of Rhino. I see. Impact is taping in New York. That's crazy. Where are they taping? Are they taping at the Manhattan Center? Or is it somebody else? Somewhere else. I know the last time they were in Impact, they were in New York City. When I was there, they were taping in some ballroom. I can't recall which one, but pretty cool. Yeah. I've never been to an Impact Wrestling taping myself, but I would love to. One day I would love to. Actually, I got called by a NWA. NWA is having a pay-per-view in November, and I got called by these guys to be there backstage and do some interviews and media work and just be there for the pay-per-view. Got invited, but of course I can't be there. Would love to attend one day though. Let's see. All right, let's see what else do we have here. Hustle out to respect. That's right, Money Badger. That's right, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, all of you. And as we see here, once again, Mike Bennett still in control, and a cheap shot to Heath Slater, knocking him off the apron. And down he goes, Matt Taven once again with a cheap shot to Rhino. And the referee sees nothing. Let's see what else do we have here. Difference of opinion is what makes this chat the best. That's right, yeah. You can't have an interesting chat without difference in opinions. If everybody gets along, the world is gonna be not so interesting, right? That's it. Channels like Fox Sports or CNN will definitely go out of business if there is no difference in opinion. That's that's right. By the way, guys, did you catch the whole UK thing? The Liz Truss stepping down as Prime Minister after just 44 days? That is crazy. I hope that these guys are able to find a good Prime Minister, because that is insane. Yeah. Thank you, King Tones. Thank you for that. That's right, King Tones. You're right. We're the good brothers here. That's right, Ricky. The family indeed. I'm good. Thanks for that, my brother True. Thank you. You're awesome. Wrestling Brothers. That's right. Albany. All right. Impact's next pay-per-view isn't until January. So whatever is happening, the next one happening on November 18th, I don't know if they consider it a pay-per-view or what, but there's one show that's happening on November 18th, which is of course going to be this world title match between Josh Alexander and Frankie Kazarian. Also, the whole X Division Championship thing will going to be concluding also at that pay-per-view. So November 18th is the next one, and then I believe it's going to be January. Yeah. I see. Yeah, Grandmaster. You still need to come to USA and go to a wrestling event. I'll tell you, the first time I attended a wrestling event, and the first entrance that I saw was the Shield's entrance. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins making their entrance at Barclays Center was the first ever time I actually watched a wrestling entrance in person. And I broke down into tears. I could not hold back my tears. It was the craziest and such a moment for me. I'll always remember it. Yeah. Such a good time. But AJ, Run DMG doesn't stick around. No, he's okay. Don't. Run DMG is a great guy. He's a wonderful person. He probably is busy. He probably is somewhere, so that's okay. He's gonna be fine. I don't want to say much about the British Prime Minister, just in case. Oh, I see. Grandmaster, you never know. Maybe I am the MI5, right? Maybe I'm the guy who just wants you to say something so I can do something. I can turn heel on you, right? No, I'm not MI5. I'm just kidding. Maybe Frankie Kazarian wins and Bully Ray calls a shot. That would be interesting. Okay. Frankie versus Bully. I can definitely get him. I've got a feeling that, Impact Wrestling is going to pull in Impact Wrestling. They've been very high on Alexander. Got a feeling that Alexander is going to win, and then it's going to be Bully versus this guy, Josh Alexander once again. Because for some reason, Alexander has been super over for a year or so. I don't see the hype. I don't get it. I don't get his title reign, but let's see. Let's see how this whole thing turns out. Alright, I will not call a Nightline number. I will not. But again, I'm very curious to know, what is it that actually goes down when you call that number up? Like, why? What is the appeal behind it? What magic do they do on the phone that people actually, are willing to pay crazy amounts to call them up, I guess. Very curious to know that. AJ, you don't want to do MLW or NWA pay-per-view watch alongs? Definitely, we will be doing NWA, 100%. NWA what pay-per-view. Not only are we doing the watch alongs, but we're also going to be having NWA stars on the channel. Earlier we had Big Mims, Big Bad Mims. He's an incredible guy. We had Mims on the show. We had, of course, Tarantella on the show from NWA. We're going to be having some more as well as we head towards their pay-per-view. Going to be having some NWA talent. Also going to be doing the watch along. As far as MLW is concerned, no plan on doing MLW. We are very good relations with PCW Ultra, which is why MLW is just not going to be happening. So, yeah, that's right. Do watch along for the number. All right, Grandmaster. Yeah, that's right. I can though because, you know, I can't, guys. I don't know what to expect. Honestly, I'm a bit too scared to even call that number up. You never know what kind of stuff that happens. You never know if, I don't know who's monitoring that number. Maybe the MI5 is monitoring that number, Grandmaster. You never know. That's right. True. I'm not even kidding. I got no idea like what goes down there, but I'd love to know one day. Maybe I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, I think I'll Google it right after this watch along. I'm gonna Google what happens when you call that number up. What is the whole appeal behind it? Yeah, I'll do it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Were you going to interview Jacob Fatu? You will get flagged. Oh wow. True. All right. Either I'm gonna, you know what? Either I'm gonna get flagged, or I'm gonna just skyrocket, and I'm gonna get the greatest viewership ever. You know it. But Jacob Fatu, yes, a Jacob Fatu interview will be happening. Did I tell you guys one fun fact about Jacob Fatu? The guy is probably the only guy, one of the very few guys in the world that he doesn't use a smartphone. He doesn't use a phone at all. I don't know. Yeah, the only phone that I've heard that he actually uses is a very old phone, the one that isn't a smartphone, literally with a small screen. That's the phone that he uses. So everything that he posts on his Instagram or wherever, that's his management doing it for him. If you look at his Instagram, by the way, you know, it's a private Instagram. He's not very active on social media either. But Jacob Fatu is a big name in the industry right now, and he will only, you know, turn out to be a bigger name. He's in a very interesting contract too. You know, the details of the contract I cannot reveal because it's confidential. One day I would love to, you know, talk to you guys about it when I'm allowed to. But his contract is very interesting. It's possibly the only contract of its kind in the entire world. Contracts like these, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys will definitely pick it up from what I'm, you know, from these hints. I'm pretty sure True and Grandmaster guys probably will pick it up. But his contract is a very old school contract, one that used to be offered back in the days of territories. So he is signed to a very exclusive deal, which, yeah, you know, I can't go into any further details because that's going to be, you know how I am with secrets, but he's signed to a very interesting contract. Not to MLW only. Somebody else. That's right. You're right, Grandmaster. I'm not going to try that. AJ and Booker T. Booker T is a great guy. You know, when we did the whole thing with Twitch, you know, Booker T also was on board, and the orientation that I had with Twitch was with Booker T. And Booker T was there. I introduced myself to Booker. Booker introduced himself to me. It was great. He's a lovely guy. Of course, Booker T, you know, did not go ahead with the whole Twitch thing. That did not happen. But Booker T and we were supposed to work together on Twitch. That was the plan. We were supposed to work together on Twitch. Yeah. That was the whole idea. It's still not something off the charts. We could still be working together in the future. Of course, depends on his whole contract stuff. Right now, it's not possible because he's signed to the WWE. But on Twitch, me and Booker were supposed to work together. Hopefully, that happens in the future as well. Yeah, nothing is off the charts right now. Yeah, Grandmaster, that's it. He is rocking one of those phones right now. And there we see it. Heath Slater with those big punches left and right to Matt Taven. Matt Taven with the reversal sends him straight to the ropes and a counter. Elbow strike from Mike Bennett to Heath Slater. Honor No More going for the cover. And of course, Heath Slater kicks out. Yeah, we already know this, guys. They are winning. Heath Slater and Rhino are winning here this match. Maria got laid out. Oh, good for her. Oh, wow. Gotta check that out. I'm still way behind, brother. I'm probably gonna find that about 10 minutes later. Fatu probably got the Money in the Bank contract. Something similar. Indeed. New champions. Hooray! Alright, True. Thanks for that. Wow, everybody knew from the start who's gonna win. But still, nice show. A nice transition. The way that they transition, I wish that Eddie Edwards would have come out here and cut a promo and split the whole thing up. He hasn't done that yet. Maybe he does it after these guys drop the titles. True will find that out before I will. But the whole thing, the way that it just, you know, happened tonight with Eddie Edwards cutting that promo backstage and these guys dropping the titles, it's evident that, you know, we're entering a new phase without Honor No More. It's in the past. It's in the past. That's right, King Tones, yeah. Captain Jack Sparrow is here. Well, Vincent, are you talking about Vincent? He's a good guy. Vincent is sweet. Apparently, WWE has interest in signing Vincent, so let's see. Yeah, Reality Wrestling. That's his own promotion. So he has the Hall of Fame podcast he does. Are you kidding me? Maria, such a screw job. Blinded her own husband right there. Come on. But one thing's for sure, these guys were great on Impact. I can't wait to see the stuff that they do in AEW, because it's gonna be a whole lot better. The production, the TV time, everything, the storytelling should be a lot better. So I cannot wait to see what Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Maria do in AEW. It's gonna be great. And Drew says, here is Eddie Edwards. I'm gonna find that out about 10 minutes later, but let's see. Right now, they just won the titles for me, so let's see. When does Eddie Edwards come out? He's probably gonna come out here, throw a tantrum, and split the whole thing up, break the whole faction up, which is absurd because this was a faction that these guys fought to the nails for. So for him to come out here and just break the whole thing up in one go would be a bit absurd. But I guess you gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Maria just got gored. That's right. That she did. That is a word of the night. Gored. That's right. Good for them though. Heath Slater and Rhino, the new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and they look happy. Oh wow, Maria really is laid out. Kenny King helping her up. Come on, Mike. And here he is, Eddie Edwards. Finally. It's over, guys. If he wants to break up the whole thing, why is he coming out here to the Honor No More Tron, Honor No More t-shirt? Why that? Congrats, Heath and Rhino. Hell yeah, brother. Alright, they know something's going down here. PCO doesn't look happy. By the way, what is the future for PCO now? After Honor No More? Where does PCO go? He's about 50 years older, so I don't know if any promotion wants to sign him. I really don't know what's next for PCO. He's a great guy, but not sure. Come on. Is Maria really pulling a referee on all of us where she's just not getting up? She's laid down flat ringside. Doesn't look like she's got any plans to get up anytime soon. And Matt Taven tried to explain himself to Eddie Edwards. Edwards looks disappointed and angry. I'm feeling this impact. Might have to start watching it properly. Hell yeah, Grandmaster. It's lovely to watch it together as a family, right? So, yeah. We're gonna watch it again next week. Together. Impact Wrestling. Without Honor No More.
As you guys know, Alicia, she gave me an ultimatum. She said that either this ends or we end.
Eddie Edwards has not heard the phrase bros before hoes. Clearly has not.
No more. Now, Honor No More, we started very publicly. We kicked down the doors of Impact Wrestling and we let our mission be known.
You're right, True. He has no rights to get mad at these guys. He also lost. You're right.
I find it only fair that we do this publicly right here.
Let's get to the point, brother.
Now, over the last
Oh, the fans are so funny. The fans are already chanting, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye. Everybody knows where this is headed. Come on. Listen to this
Now,
thing.
over the last couple of weeks, I've had to ask myself time and time again, is Honor No More worth saving?
Come on. After fighting for Honor No More for about a year, he's thinking if it's even worth saving. That makes no sense.
Failure, and failure undermines our mission. Kingdom,
That's right, Ricky.
you just lost the tag team championships.
And while he's having this little talk with all of his men, Maria Kanellis is still down and still laid out flat on the ringside. Mike Bennett literally left his wife for this. Okay, Mike. Great husband. Maria and Mike are literally proving the whole point of that WWE storyline where Mike was just not mad enough, I guess. And thank you for that, my brother King Tones. Thank you.
Kenny King, failure.
I need to know, are you loyal to Honor No More?
Alright, Grandmaster, so Eddie Edwards here is basically, lecturing all of the Honor No More members, saying that, Kenny King, you're a failure. Are you loyal? And he says, of course I'm loyal.
Saving his own
Thanks,
skin.
King Tones, thank you.
Vincent, are you loyal to Honor No More? Or are you loyal to PCO?
Oh! True says PCO. Does that mean PCO is beating the crap out of Eddie Edwards right now? I'd love for that to happen.
I look at you and I see nothing but failure. Failure since the beginning. You are the reason I lost at Bound for Glory because I was too busy dealing with your bull.
Wow.
I need to know.
So I believe PCO is still signed with Impact Wrestling, so, moving on. We could be looking at this feud right here, PCO versus Edwards, I guess. True is not happy. What's going on, brother? Okay, face to face right now, PCO and Edwards. Something's about to go down.
That hesitation is all I needed to hear, PCO, because it is my honor.
Yes.
This is a long time coming. It is my honor.
Grandmaster, he is Frankie. Oh my gosh. Winston covers his head up. He says PCO doesn't need to listen to this crap. He doesn't need to watch this negativity, all of this.
PCO is nothing but a bitch.
Oh! You can cover his eyes, but you cannot cover his ears. PCO heard that, and he is about to let Eddie Edwards know he is not a B. Alright, True says, I'm happy. There you go. PCO laying out everybody. Edwards, Taven, Bennett, everybody is down. Except for Vincent, of course. I guess we're looking at a solid tag team here. So we've already got, of course, the tag team champions. That's Rhino and Heat. They're great. We've got another tag team here in the making that basically they want to go after the championship. That is Matt Cardona and, of course, Wait. Are you telling me... Wait. PCO was about to attack Vincent as well? Oh, that didn't happen. Double clothesline taking out Mike Bennett and, of course, Matt Taven. So we could be looking at potentially another tag team here with Vincent and PCO. That could work. That could actually be a nice tag team. Oh my gosh! And with that being said, PCO lays out Vincent. Why did that happen? It seemed like Winston was protecting PCO. I guess PCO is, after all, a Frankenstein, one without any brains, where he can just act out of emotions and not without thinking, Maybe that's what happened here. But PCO is looking to put an end to Winston as well. That's crazy. That is crazy. And that's right, he is clearing the house, and Winston got the... I was just imagining in my head, just a situation where PCO and Vincent... They go after the tag team titles and become the tag team champions of Impact Wrestling. But now it seems like PCO wants to ride solo. Yeah. And doesn't want a tag team partner anymore. Not Vincent, not Edwards, not anybody else. And it's interesting, the way that, they basically transitioned from this being a farewell speech for Honor No More to PCO just doing his own thing, wreaking havoc, and PCO closing the show. One thing's for sure, this was the last segment that we saw with the Kingdom right here in Impact Wrestling. The last time we saw Mia Yim, last time we saw, of course, Maria Kanellis, Mike, and Matt Taven. And next week onwards, it's going to be a whole new era for Impact Wrestling, one that I'm very excited about. And also, for those of you guys, I know Grandmaster is just new to Impact again. I think it's a perfect time for you to tune in, because now Impact Wrestling from next week will basically be entering its new era. So, no better time to start tuning into Impact Wrestling than this, my brother. This is it. This is it. Love that, King Tones. That's right. Halloween Havoc this Sunday. Thank you for that, Ricky. Thank you for that, everybody. Redison says, PC is a monster. You know that, my brother. You know it already, my man. That's right. And good ending. Indeed a great ending. Impressive show, says Grandmaster. Hell yeah. That's right. Okay, my brothers. Thank you so much. 7 out of 10 for Ricky. I love that. I'm going to give tonight's show also, I believe, a 7.5. It was a good show. A decent show. My brothers, thank you once again so much for being here. Much love to all of you. I hope all of you have a good night. Sleep well. And thank you for the support and the love. Of course, I'm going to be here tomorrow for SmackDown, for Rampage and more. And today, for those of you who want to catch up on some wrestling, we're going to be here for that too. But thank you guys so much. That's right. Screw it. I'll give it 10 out. Oh my gosh, Grandmaster is loving Impact. I can see that. And True and I, once again, same page, 7.5. I love it. C+, says King Tones. Okay, that's right. That's right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here, for the support, for the love. Have a good night. Sleep well, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love, guys. Thank you. Thank you.